invited principals, guests, ladies and gentlemen, and of course dear students, Nisambula Vinaka, and a very good morning to you all. I'm sure you'll agree with me that it is a very, very beautiful morning, because this morning we are going to talk about how do we save lives. But for me, the most important thing is, how do you become more responsible? For me, the key word is responsibility. And I think we are this morning present in a room with very high-powered personnel and people who can really make an impact about saving lives. We have the representatives from the Fiji Police Force, LTA, your school heads, but most of all you children here, who have the power to change a lot of things, who have the power to change how your society will be tomorrow. And you have the power to change how we do things today. That's why I wanted to start off with responsibility. Responsibility in saving not only our lives, responsibility in saving others' lives as well. The CEO spoke about, if we were to lose one of you tomorrow due to an accident, how will it impact us? How will it impact your families? Can I give you a few seconds to think about it? If your friend was not there, maybe the next hour because there's an accident, whatever the cause, it definitely leaves a big void in our lives. To the families who have lost their loved ones through road accidents, I mean, we feel sorry for them. But what lessons do we learn? The lessons that we learn is we need to be responsible for our lives. We need to be responsible for others' lives. If you are a driver, whether you're a driver or a pedestrian, you must be responsible. So taking responsibility, I think, is the solution to solving a lot of problems that we are currently going on. For us in the education sector, our responsibility is to teach those students who enter our schools and our classrooms. So can I take this opportunity to thank our heads of schools across the country and all the teachers who continually do their job in the classroom, whether it's teaching of the curriculum, whether it's teaching of values, whether it's teaching people to become responsibility. It is a challenge now more than ever. Believe me, I served a few schools in my 25 years of teaching career with the Ministry of Education. And never before were we pressed to teach what we are teaching now. Starting from values, good nutrition, being a good citizen, and today we are here to launch our road safety program. So can I start with the question, who is responsible for teaching children road safety? I always bring in the parents. I always bring in the parents. Simple road rules. But here we are today, going an extra mile, partnering with our generous partners here, who see it fit that we once again teach you road safety. We have close to 245,000 students across the country. And if I can give you numbers of those that are in the primary school and those in the secondary schools, this program is actually targeting 10 to 18 years. And please, just 154,248 children in primary schools, 70,093 students in secondary school, and of course those in the tertiary institution. We are responsible for you because you are our students, right? But you are equally responsible for not only knowing the road safety rules, but also following the road safety rules. Today we are going to launch a global initiative that has worked very well in other countries. On a lighter note, children, whether you walk to school, whether you travel by the bus, whether you travel by the car, in the rural areas we do have children traveling by boat. Accidents do happen, right? So the driver on the wheel of a bus or a car does not have the license to drive recklessly. He may have the license to drive, which the LTA gives them if they pass the test, right? The police, on the other hand, will have police patrols. But the person on the wheels is very much responsible for taking you from destination A to destination B. What is your responsibility is to be a good passenger. Recently, we partnered with again with the Fiji Police Force and LTA to ensure that we manage your behavior on the buses. I was sent pictures of how students vandalize buses, how you behave in the bus, especially when you are traveling. This is zone athletic season. When you win, you have your flags outside, half your head is outside the bus. So where is the responsibility, children? Tell me. The 930 students here at Maris Brothers High School, you can be the ambassadors to the other students by portraying good behavior. So what we have told the police, if we see students behaving like that, they know how to deal with you. Okay? So, and again, that is for your safety. So this launch here today, the new initiative, it's a new initiative, but the principles behind it is still the same. How to use the road. 2014, if I can share that experience, December 2013, on Christmas Day, I met up with an accident because the driver who came and hit us was drunk. He was drunk. And guess what happened? I'm sorry, I don't want to be rude to the police department, but when we reported, took my mom to the hospital, of course the vehicle was all wrecked. I was so angry. I wanted to beat up the driver because I was so angry. That's a usual reaction. Nobody has a right to cause pain to, and especially when my mom was hit, she had a big cut here, I got angry, right? And people do get angry. So we went to the hospital, and guess what the police officer is telling us? Oh, I know this guy. He works for the town council. He's a good guy. We cannot have that behavior from law enforcement agencies. A wrong is a wrong. So if you drink and drive, there is a punishment for that, right? So my message here is not only for us to be responsible, but for the law enforcement agencies to make sure that justice is meted out to those who have been affected, and those that commit a crime, that they break the law, must be given the penalties as stipulated in the law. Simple things like that. I know it sounds very funny, but many a times our actions, our behavior is a cause of death maybe to somebody else. Every life is precious. When you saw that video, it said every day 700 children across the world get into road accidents. That's like 3 planes full of children crashing down and killing them. No fault of yours. Could be a fault of yours. But so through the launch of this, we're going to start off this training in 15 schools now. And of course the planning started years ago. It is not something we just did yesterday or the day before. The planning to introduce road safety started a couple of years ago, and we are here today to ensure that we actually start the plan. We will have trainings for teachers in 15 schools, and those teachers will be responsible for bringing the concept of road safety, via road safety, to all the children across Fiji, 245,000 plus children. We need to save them. We need to save every child on the road. Actually, I would say we need to save every life on the road. Forget about it being a child. Every life matters. My drivers have a strict instruction. If they go above the speed limit, I warn them, I'll take the keys off you and I'll drive myself. Because I have a family and they have a family. But sometimes the behavior of drivers that you see really makes you angry, and that leads to road rages. So this driver gets angry. It's all to do with emotions. It's all to do with protecting lives. It's all to do with protecting your families and loved ones. So my message here this morning to all the children and all the teachers who will be part of this launch, to take this very, very seriously. And of course, for parents to be more responsible. Another issue I would like to address here, while I have students of one of the most prominent schools, I mean, I want you to remember that your school has produced many, many prominent personalities, not only here, but those are living abroad. And you have that power in you, the pride. Bullying is something that we are treating very seriously. Drug abuse is treating very seriously, and truancy. 3 things. We are investing as a government a lot of money to ensure that you get educated. From primary school, I think Fiji is one of those countries that has actually met the SDGs when it comes to equitable, inclusive, accessible education. From your primary school to secondary school, we've made education free. Of course, other responsibilities fall on your parents. Now, based on that achievement, we want students to be in school. Again, our partnership with the Fiji Police Force, any child found loitering during school hours will be taken to the nearest police station or police post. Your parents will be called and asked to come and then take you home. In terms of bullying, I'm going to reiterate this now. We have a 0 tolerance for bullying. We still give you chances. You're going to be counseled by people. Your parents will be involved. But if the school head tells us that this child is not changing in behavior, bullying, drugs, etc., then we will definitely expel you from the school. And we don't want to do that, please. Right? So be good role models. I mean, recently, in the recent past, we had issues here. And to the head of school, you are aware of why we changed the head of school. We want to curb down on the indiscipline problem in schools. So Maris Brothers, you can put up a board in front of your building and say, this school, no bullying. We pledge no bullying, no to drugs, no to all that. I see your head prefix here, and I think I must commend you for taking that responsibility in looking after 900 plus students. Your boarding students, I'm told there are 100 students in the boarding school. Now this warning is for those students in the boarding school. If we catch you bullying other students who may be your junior students, right? This is an incident that is reported to the police. Within 24 hours, the head of school is mandated to report any case of bullying. So if you are a bully, I'm saying you better watch out. We'll come after you. Nobody has a right to bully anybody else. You all are equal in an educational institution. You are here to study. We are here to provide you with that. End of story. Right? Sports events are coming up. Competition. I want you to enjoy. Go out there. Enjoy. Cheer for your team. But do not rip buzzers and do not damage the stadium, please. Enjoy. You know, the adults in the room, if we were asked about one thing that we would want to do, I would rather sit there as a student than be your minister. Enjoy your student days. Inculcate discipline right now, because who you are today defines your future tomorrow. Okay? And we want Maris Brothers High School, so any other student across the country, to be a law-abiding citizen, to be a productive citizen, be a good citizen and make a name for yourself. And I would really wish one of you to rise up and take my chair years down the line, not in the next 2 years, when you grow up. We look upon to you. So your life is precious to us. And that's why we have left everything. All the officers sitting here, they have very important positions. We have work to do. But because we value life, because we value your life and the life of your loved one, we want you to be safe on our roads.